Hello, my name is Sarah Morgan and I am the creator and founder of Mastering the Art of Manifesting.
Hello, gorgeous manifestors.
Say hello from Byron Bay.
All the way from the Maldives.
Sarah is an absolutely positive force to be reckoned with.
Sarah is amazing. She has literally changed my life. I thank the universe every day that I met her.
And they're manifesting money, they're manifesting time, happiness, abundance, all the things that they want.
The universe works in ways that we can't get our heads around.
It's about massively maximising the laws of the universe. You, my darling, are so limitless.
Welcome to the beginning of everything that you want.
Hello, gorgeous manifestors. How are you? Happy Friday. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Sarah Morgan and I am the creator and founder of Mastering the Art of Manifesting. And it is my insatiable passion to help millions globally to master the art of manifesting, to understand how to hugely leverage the universal law of attraction and how to live lives filled with delicious fulfillment, expansion and joy, and of course lots of manifestations. So I'm just going to wait for a few of you to log on. I am live today with one of my coffee chats. So basically these are live Q&A sessions. I have a coffee to my side that I will drink as we chat. This is a chance for you to ask me anything you want to ask me about law of attraction and manifesting. I will try my best to answer as many questions as I can in the hour that we have together. But it would be lovely just to sort of see how you're all doing. So say hi if you're watching. Let me know how you're doing this Friday. Just going to switch my light box on. Get this going. Oh, it looks exactly the same. I think the batteries are gone. So yeah, let me know how you're doing. It is very snowy here in the UK for those that are watching from abroad, but it's very beautiful. I love a bit of sort of winter snow, and it's the 1st of February, so happy 1st of February, my darlings, as well. If you're watching replay, comment #replay, and yeah, let's get the energy moving basically. So what we might do is just start with a quick meditation just to kind of get us into that relaxed energy where we're open to receiving universal guidance and flow, and then I will start answering any questions that you have about law of attraction and manifesting. So please comment below any questions that you have. I also have some questions that have been posted on my website as well, so I will go through as many as I can in the hour that we have together. Okay, my darlings, so let's get started. If you could just get really comfortable for me, just roll your shoulders back, head up straight. I believe it's better to meditate sitting up so you don't fall asleep, and just take 3 deep breaths in and out. And now just breathing normally. Allowing yourself to relax, surrender, and enjoy these delicious few minutes of really connecting to that universal flow. Feeling the appreciation that you are out here on the leading edge. Feeling appreciation for your understanding of the law of attraction. At this moment in time, the vast majority don't understand the power of it, and so you are out here on the leading edge with myself and everybody else in the Mastering the Art of Manifesting tribe and everybody else that's currently learning about law of attraction. You're out here shining a light for so many. And so just relaxing and just reminding yourself that what you feel is what manifests. When you feel good, you attract good, delicious things into your life. And so we're just going to focus the next hour on feeling good, knowing that when we're tuned in, tapped in and turned on, that we are more powerful than millions who aren't. So this is going to be like a power hour of manifesting flow. And we only have to hold that energy for 68 seconds for our manifestations to flow towards us. But we're going to be holding this for around an hour, so that is really scrummy. So now just imagining yourself, it's the end of 2019, you have manifested everything that you desire at this point in time. You feel limitless, expansive, excited. You're looking forward into 2020 with huge eager anticipation because you've unlocked the incredible powers of the universe and you know how to manifest with ease, speed and grace. Now take that excited energy, channel it out through your solar plexus and into a sphere around you. And now extend that further to the size of the room, your home, your street, your town, city, county or state, country, continent, hemisphere, out around the whole world, up into the sky, up through the atmosphere, out into space, out through the solar system into the far, far edges of the universe. And bathe in this delicious energy. Feel how limitless and powerful you are. Feel excited for what's to come. Feel excited for this moment right now. And now we're going to leave this energy hugely expansive while we have our power hour. But if you can just bring your awareness back into your body, wiggle your fingers and your toes, take a deep breath in and out, and open your eyes when you are ready. Mwah! I am so excited you're here. I love my job. Can I just say, I have done a coaching call this morning where I practiced a brand new meditation on them. More to follow on that in the coming few weeks. And now I get to do this and just answer questions about manifesting, and I've just done another gorgeous meditation. So what is really exciting about Law of Attraction is meditating isn't a waste of time. Meditating and connecting and harnessing that universal energy makes you insanely powerful, okay? It allows you to manifest rapidly with ease and grace. And yeah, we're working here with a universal law that the majority of the population aren't, okay? So currently at this time, I think only about 7% of the population understand and consciously leverage law of attraction. So we are at the leading edge. This is very exciting and delicious. This is your power hour. So feel free to ask me anything you want. It's 1212. Angel numbers are around us. The universal energy is flowing to us and through us. So ask me your questions, my darlings. I'm just going to scroll up and see what's come through already. Hi, Joanne, darling. Hi, Shirley. Morning, morning, morning. Hi, Karen, sweetie pie. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Aisha, Samantha, Vivian, Emma. There's lots of you. Yay. So do you have any questions whilst you're watching live? If not, I will go in to the questions that people have uploaded on my website and have a look through those. So I will just keep an eye on what's going on there, but let me just also log into the website and look at what questions have come up there. It'd be lovely to know what you're all manifesting now. We're on the 1st of Feb as well. So what are we wanting to bring into our experiences in February? Let me know. And also actually while we're waiting for some questions, my February Fire and Flow Inner Circle starts on Monday. I am ridiculously excited. January and just generally the winter months can feel quite slow and like wading a bit through treacle for a lot of people. So February Fire and Flow starts on Monday. It's all about getting that fire back in your belly, really amplifying, rebooting, reigniting, re-feeling and living and breathing this powerful manifesting flow. So lots of people signing up for that. It's like a low cost big group program, so already lots signed up. It's going to be people all around the world, basically part of the Mastering the Art of Manifesting tribe, but from different places in the world, all coming together. I will be coming on live every week several times to give you practices and tools and meditations to amp up your manifesting flow so we can fly into spring. So I'll post the link above here after this live. You can also find details on my website, which is www.masteringtheartofmanifesting.com. If you look under the Work With Me Directly tab, you will see all the programs I'm running at the minute. There's also a lot of self-study stuff on there, but February Fire and Flow will be at the top because that's the next one that starts. So I'm very excited for that. I can see questions coming through, so let's get to it. Right, Georgina, how do you work through doubt and anxiety when you're expecting great news? Okay, Georgina, darling, can you expand on that for me? Because if you're expecting great news, then I'm trying to understand how you're feeling doubt and anxiety. If you are wanting great news and you're worried about whether or not you're going to get it, then I can help with that. But I just want clarity on your question. So how do you work through doubt and anxiety when you're expecting great news? I think maybe the word expecting isn't what you mean. So can you just comment below and just give me a bit more info, and then I can answer that correctly for you, sweetie. Shirley, hello my darling. I have been manifesting a clear ending for my divorce. However, it has had an opposite effect. My ex seems to be sneaking back. Is this because I've been focusing on him, but to end all things? Okay, darling. So, right. So if you guys didn't see, I did a video 2 days ago about whether you're a process or an outcome manifester. So I think watch that, Shirley, if you haven't watched it, because it's really important to understand what type of manifester you are. And if you are a process manifester like me, which most of you will be, that's why the universe has brought us together, you focusing on an end goal like that is going to feel quite difficult. And so it may have been you've been trying to focus on this end goal, but you've been contracting whilst you've been doing it, and therefore you're sort of starting to manifest the opposite. I believe what you need to do, the universe has given me guidance for you, what you need to do is Dream Day Journal. If you start, have you been doing my Dream Day Journal process, which is the process that changed everything for me, and we will be doing consistently throughout February Fire and Flow. If you're journeying about your dream day, your big, expansive future dream day, you will by default manifest past all of this, and this will all resolve as it wants to. It feels to me, the guidance I'm getting for you is that you're putting too much focus onto what you're kind of wanting, but you're sort of thinking about it and you're feeling a bit tense, or you're going into the how, there's a little bit of doubt there, and that's when you sort of manifest more what you sort of are not wanting, if that makes sense. So yeah, I mean, also really think about how you feel. Do you definitely want it to be ended, or is there an energy that partly you do want him back as well, or her back? Like how is it that you're feeling? So yeah, give me a bit more insight on that as well, and let me know whether that resonates. But generally, if your process, which most of you will be, which is very different to most of the LOA teachings out there at the minute, they're very outcome focused. If you are process, focusing on a specific outcome won't really work for you, and you can manifest the opposite. So let me know how that feels, darling. Right, Joanne, Gorgy girl. Okay, I have a fear, and I know this is an issue for me, but I fear bringing abundance from sources I don't want. My fear is around loss of loved ones. How would you recommend dealing with this type of fear of drawing negative things to us? Okay, so first of all, Joanne, my darling, you cannot manifest for anyone else. So you cannot manifest someone else's life ending. Everyone can only manifest for themselves. So let go of the responsibility that you wanting money therefore means someone has to pass on or transition for you to get the money. You cannot impact another person's life. Only they can manage their vibrations and manifest for themselves. Okay, so that's the first thing. Secondly, just don't go into the how, full stop. So guys, this is really cool. Whenever you launch a new desire, the universe immediately gets all over it and creates thousands of ways for everything you desire to come to you. Okay, so when you launch a desire for money, universal source energy gets all over it. It's like, right, brilliant, let's line up thousands of ways that this person can allow money into their life. And your job is to get out of the way, let go of the how, feel good. Manifesting is essentially about two things that dovetail. Feel good. When you feel good, so like this session, your vibration should be rising and amplifying because we're feeling good as we're all coming together and talking about this. As your vibrations rise, you start to become a clearer channel to receive guidance from the universe. So as long as you're sort of feeling good, using a lot of the tools, I know obviously Feb, Fire and Flow will ginormously help a lot of you with that as well. As you start to lift your vibrations, you receive guidance from the universe, then you follow that guidance. So manifesting is about feeling good and following the universal guidance that you get. So let go of the limiting beliefs that money has to come through winning the lottery or a windfall or anything like that. Money can come in ginormous ways. Like, I would never have expected to be where I am now in terms of manifesting money. So let go of the how. Remember, every time you think I want to manifest money, but these are the only ways I can see it happening, you're cutting off the thousands of other ways the universe is lining up for you to receive money. So your job, my darling, is to just feel good, feel into that bigger vision, because you're a process manifester, feel into that bigger, delicious vision, feel good and follow the guidance. And this is what Feb, Fire and Flow will be about. It's going to be ramping up that energy. So you are ramping up the guidance that you're getting, and you just move and you just play and you just have fun. So I hope that helps, but you cannot manifest for someone else. You wanting to manifest money doesn't mean you are going to impact someone passing away. Also, money can come to you in so many different ways. We're working with energy here that has formed worlds, so sending us a bit of money is nothing, you know. So just feel into that energy and let me know how that feels, sweetie pie. Louise, my darling, I'm starting to step out my comfort zone through my manifestations. I can feel my energy changing as I'm starting to contract with some of the new opportunities I am having. Are there any tips to cope with this? So, starting to step out my comfort zone. Feel my energy changing as I'm starting to contract with some of my new opportunities I'm having. Okay, so this is what the ego does, guys. So this is why I coach so many mindset tools. We'll be going into them all in Feb, Fire and Flow, obviously. So it's so common for the ego to do this. As soon as you start expanding and manifesting, the ego kind of starts piping up and starts bringing limiting beliefs in. So limiting beliefs process, I talk about that in my book, which I haven't got to hand, even though it's just over there. My book, Welcome to the Beginning of Everything You Want. Obviously, February Fire and Flow, because I know we're working in that as well. That will help you with that as well. But limiting beliefs process, and just keep disempowering the ego, and all the tools that I coach basically shortcut you through that, because my ego can be one of the most stubborn on the planet, okay? And actually, in numerology terms, I'm not deemed as a natural manifester, so I have to continually, daily work on my ego, and that's always the work anyway with manifesting. I think for you, darling, focus on the things that make you feel good. Keep doing the dream day journaling, keep doing meditations, do the limiting beliefs processes, do like 20 reasons why your life is already so delicious right now in this moment. But I think the limiting beliefs process will be really powerful for you in this instance. And, you know, remember, the more you leap, the more the universe moves. And so, yes, there's an element where you're starting to move out of your comfort zone, but that is where the universal energy starts to really ramp up and get behind you. And there are so many times since I've been doing this, over coming up to 2 years now, where my ego has wanted to stop me doing stuff. But if you're receiving universal guidance and you're not following it, you're going to slow everything down. So when I received universal guidance to try being a law of attraction coach, immediately the ego was like, what the actual frick? Who are you? Like, who would even want that? What even is that? And I ignored it and moved anyway. So ever since, in my business and in my life generally now, when I have an inspired action or guidance from the universe, I will move with it regardless of what the ego is doing, because if you listen to the ego, it will slow you down, basically. So I hope that helps. Obviously, we can delve into that a bit more in Feb when we start on Monday. But hopefully that helps in the meantime. And also, darling, just know it's normal. Remember, life is about ebb and flow. Being here in physical is about having contrast and then moving from it. Contrast always means expansion. So there's some expansion coming. It's completely normal. It's part of the process to keep disempowering it. I do it all the time still, and you are totally safe and loved, and you've got this, and I will help you with all of this in February. Fire and flow, darling. Mwah. Okay, Christina, hello. Would law of attraction work on my baby? I want her to sleep overnight. I keep picturing it, but she's up at 4 a.m. So Christina, darling, yes, it can do. I have had clients that I've helped and it has really worked for them. What we need to get you doing is journaling around your dream day. Again, it always comes back to the dream day, guys, like always. If you're not really familiar with what that is, you can get the tutorial really cheap on my website as well. But basically it's about journaling about your dream day and writing about what makes your heart sing. And the power of that tool is it shortcuts you into that positive manifesting flow, so everything starts to kind of move more easily for you. So again, there could be an element here of where you're wishing. I can tell from that word, you're wishing and picturing it. So the word wish indicates that there's a sense of need. It's not a loose energy feeling for you. And again, if you're a process manifester, you may have read that when you want to manifest something, focus upon it and it will come to you. Yes, that works when you feel really in alignment with what you're focusing on. But if you are thinking about your baby sleeping, but you're not really believing it, you're thinking about it, thinking, I want it to happen, but I don't really think it's going to, or I want it to happen and I want it so much, you feel a bit tense, then you're going to be manifesting the opposite, because what you feel is what manifests, not what you think, what you feel. And that's very different as well. So again, as a process manifester, what you, well, as all with whatever kind of manifester you are, what you feel is what manifests. So notice, Christina, when you're thinking about wanting your baby to sleep overnight, are you feeling that it's a done deal and she's already doing it? Or are you thinking you want it, but you're actually you are feeling a bit of tension or contraction around it? Because I suspect from what you've just said, it's the latter. So again, for you, I think go into the Dream Day journal process. Focus on feeling good and expansive. Know that the universe knows you want your baby to sleep better. You don't have to keep focusing upon it for it to happen. Especially if you're contracting when you focus upon it. If that's happening, you'll be manifesting the opposite. So I think you need to go broader and general. Journal about your dream day, which is when you wake up and you go in and you see your gorgeous daughter, I think it's your daughter, isn't it, or baby, who has slept overnight, and you are going to have a gorgeous day together. You're both really revitalized and feel into that energy, because that's going to feel delicious to you, and then that will start having things shift for you, okay? And also when your baby wakes up in the night at the minute, rather than getting frustrated and annoyed or a bit despondent, just send love and just know that everything's always working out for you. Because again, what you feel is what you manifest. If you're feeling a bit frustrated or despondent, which I am sure you probably would be with a baby waking up in the night, but just know when you're feeling that kind of energy, you're manifesting more of it, if that makes sense as well. So hopefully that helps, my darling. Shirley's process, yeah, most of you will be processed. That's why the universe has brought us together. So how do you manage to remain consistent and plan and organise your time and day-to-day activities to also allow time for you and also business? How do you remain positive? Okay, Maria, so that's a really good question. So the first thing is morning rituals, morning manifesting mindset rituals. Like, I do them every single day, because as a process manifester, which you will probably be, then it's really important that we feel good a lot of the time, okay? So we need to feel really scrummy. Sorry, I've got loads of messages flashing up on my screen that I'm trying to ignore. So it's about feeling good. And so in order to feel good, you need to be programming your mindset first thing in the morning. And like, I am someone with a really stubborn mindset, so trust me, after years of self-study and working through anxiety and stuff, I know that the morning mindset rituals are like game changers. So dream day journal first thing in the morning, okay? And by default, that will lift your vibration, especially if you dream day journal and then meditate. And actually, darling, I think February Fire and Flow Inner Circle that starts on Monday would be perfect for you if you're wanting to kind of really get on that high flying disc and ramp up your energy so you're feeling more positive. So we'll be covering that in there anyway. But dream day journal and meditation, okay? So by default, once you've done that, your vibration is higher, you will have more clarity, you're going to feel calmer, and what happens is your day just starts to run way more smoothly, okay? And you get clarity around what it is you're going to do in your day. Whereas if you don't do the mindset stuff in the morning, you start on the back foot and you feel overwhelmed, especially if you're like me and you don't want to start like that, okay? Then from that energy space, you are going to find your vibration shifts very quickly, like within 2 to 4 days, and everything's going to start feeling easier. You're not going to feel overwhelmed. And then organising your time is going to get so much easier, okay? At the minute, it sounds like you're in a bit of overwhelm, so your first starting point is the Dream Day Journal and my mindfulness to breathing meditation. My book also sort of talks through that. It's called Welcome to the Beginning of Everything You Want, and you can get that on Amazon. And that's like a 21-day guide that takes you through all of these tools daily. They're really short chapters because Law of Attraction for me is about simplicity and ease. I'm wanting to demystify it, not make it complex. So they're really short chapters, but they're going to take you through the key tools that I use. So that could be good for you, that or Feb, Fire and Flow. I think just something where you're going to be ready to commit to these processes and understand that they're going to be these powerful rituals that just amp everything up for you, and you're going to love doing them, okay? So I hope that helps, darling. Okay, Georgina, I'm expecting great news from an opportunity that's arisen by being hopeful, but trying to work through negative mind chatter. How do I manage the negative thoughts of doubt? I hope that's clearer. Right, yeah, get it. Okay, right, Georgina, great question. So there is some doubt going on, obviously, which is why you've asked the question. So that is normal as well. But for you, if you are feeling a bit stressed, my advice to you would be to take your attention off of it, full stop. Go and do something that makes your heart sing, that takes you out of your head and gets you into your heart, and that feels good and distracts you. I have so many success stories of this myself, and also for clients, you know, in terms of money manifesting and stuff. When you're feeling a bit contracted, when you're thinking about something, either do the limiting beliefs process. I'm just going to get my books. I feel like I keep mentioning it. I need to show it to you. 1 second. Right, okay, so this is the book, Welcome to the Beginning of Everything You Want, okay? So either do the limiting beliefs process that is in that, or we'll be doing it in February Fire and Flow as well. So either do the limiting beliefs process, or just do something completely different that takes your focus off of it, because when you're not thinking about it, your energy is then going to be totally surrendered around it, because it's not even thinking about it, and then that's when the magic happens. Perfect manifesting energy is when you feel completely surrendered and you're just trusting, or or you just have no tension around it. And perfect manifesting energy is when you have no tension around what you want. So to remove the tension in this instance, if the limiting beliefs process doesn't work, do something to take your focus off of it, and that will be really, really powerful. Just let it go, okay? Let it go, let it go. So I hope that helps, darling. It is normal. Don't get frustrated with your mindset. This is what the ego does, but just allow yourself other ways to navigate it, i.e. just remove the focus. So I hope that helps, darling. Right. Okay. Right, I'm just going to have a sip of coffee. Absolutely. Universe is great at subtle messages. I had a Chinese New Year cookie and it said your money is increasing. Love that. Yay! So, my darling, how can I energetically attract ideal clients to our business? That's a brilliant question, which also reminds me, guys, Limitless in Business Academy that Kate and I are running. We've extended the enrollment period. So Soul Darling, if you want to check that out, again, it's on my website, Limitless in Business. If you look under Work With Me directly, there's still opportunities to join that. And that's a brilliant question, because that's what I do. I attract clients, I don't hunt them down. So to give you some top tips, write out a list of the people that, or all the qualities that would make your 1 in a million clients. So you're not here wanting to serve everybody, you're wanting to serve people that feed your soul. And so you want to be getting into a position where you are screening the people you work with, because you're so picky. And when you do that, my darling, you become like a magnet. So many people in business, and it's the way we're taught, it's the way I was taught when I did PR, have that chasing mentality where they're hunting out clients and they're, you know, cold calling and stuff and doing that kind of thing. And that can work, but it's so the hard way around of doing it. So by leveraging law of attraction, you make it much easier. So list out all the qualities your dream soul clients have. So what is it that would make you so excited to get on a phone call with your client or to meet them face to face? Like, what is it about them that would make you really excited? And if, you know, have the energy that they are like your 1 in a million client. You don't want to serve everybody. You want to just really serve the best people that feed your soul. That's the first thing. Once you've done that list, then look through it, read through it, be really honest. Are you matching all of those things? Because you will attract what you are. And I have to say, just because I've expanded so quickly, because I'm moving with law of attraction all the time now, the clients you attract are always going to shift depending on where you are, because they're always going to be a mirror reflection of what's going on with you. So throughout my business, the clients I attract now have shifted because I've shifted. So the universe is always reflecting what's going on with you. So in terms of everything you want in a dream soul client, are you being that yourself? And one of the things, you know, a couple of the things that come up are, you know, people not paying on time and stuff. Are you paying everything on time? Or people not leaping to work with you? Well, have you leapt to work with other people and hire them and that kind of stuff? Are you literally being and doing what you want your client, your dream soul client, to be and do? And then another really fun one as well is, I thought about this morning, so maybe the universe gave me this message to give to you today, because it's really random. I was thinking about it because I was literally thinking about how, I'm sure the universe must have given me this message for this question, because there's no other reason I would have been thinking it, because I was getting dressed at the time. So if you're wanting to loosen up the energy around client flow, play with the energy of turning clients away because they're not the right match for you, because it puts you into that magnetic energy again. And I will tell clients if they're not the right match for me, especially if it's one-to-one stuff, which I don't really do anymore, to be fair, but especially if it's mastermind stuff where I'm having like face-to-face contact with them and I'm working with them quite closely. I don't want to work with them unless they're right. And there's something very powerful about saying no to a client that isn't the right match for you. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with them, it's just they're not the right match for you, and therefore it's in their interest to find someone that is the right match for them. But if you want to loosen the flow around clients, actually have a play with turning people away. And you do want that energy of you're very selective of who you work with, because when your clients feed your soul, they will have incredible results, because you're going to come to the sessions or whatever it is you're offering, you're going to give them so much energy through whatever it is you're doing, because they feed your soul. So think about clients that feed your soul. So they're just sort of a few of the things you can play with. There's lots of other things you can play with as well, but those three are sort of go-to tools to start off with. But think, what clients feed my soul? Because there's no point working with clients that don't feed your soul, because then everything feels hard again. Okay, hopefully that helps. Okay, as always, thank you, Sarah. It's beautiful guidance. You're welcome, my darling. Sending you lots of love. Right, Karen, yes, similar to Soul's query, how can I attract sales of my book? I'm not a business, I'm just a passion-driven aider for the world. That's incredible. I journal, I believe, I use positivity, I live and work through and in love. I love spirit and listen to nudges. Is it okay just to be in trust and wait, or do I need to do more? So Karen, what feels good to you? Tune into what your inner being's saying. So I have done different things at different phases in my business. There have been times in my business where I've been like, I am going freaking massive, let's go, let's play, and I've been on that real high vibrational, high flying disc energy where I'm just like all over it. And then there's other times where I'm like, I just want to feel really good and just let the universe bring me the good stuff. Okay, so what feels exciting to you? What I would say is, yes, you want to increase your book sales, but be careful of an energy of, I want to increase it, why aren't they increasing yet, like what is it I'm doing wrong? Be aware of any lower vibration feelings that are coming up for you. When I first wrote my books, was journaling every single morning around the books passing through millions of hands and the excitement and the buzz that was building. And it really rang my bells and made my heart sing to journal around that. So that could be a fun one as well. But it needs to feed your soul, whatever you're focusing upon. So if that doesn't ring your bells, then obviously don't journal around that. But just literally, what is it that excites you? Why is it you want to increase the sales of your books as well? Is it that you just want to feel the energy of your vibrations going out around loads of people globally? Is it because you want to increase money flow? If it is, maybe play around with the energy, which is something I'm going to be playing with in February, fire and flow of money overflow. Play with the energy of money overflow, which I'll be doing something special on in Feb, fire and flow. So just kind of tune into why it is you want that, and then journal around it in a way that makes your heart sing, not in a way that takes you into the how or contract, okay? I think for you, because you just love spreading energy, there's going to be something really delicious about you journaling around your book passing through millions of hands. That's going to feel so scrummy to you. And just be aware of a pushing or forcing energy. I hope that helps, darling. Fiona, my darling, I'm feeling supercharged with energy today. Yay! It's because it's February. Yay! It's so funny it's funny. I'm laughing because I've been a bit like it myself, but January can feel really heavy for people. I'm following the universal guidance today, and like you often say, milking it. Well done. Whilst I feel high vibe. Thanks for everything you share. You're welcome, darling. So yeah, guys, I talk about this a lot. When you're feeling high vibe, milk it, okay? So play with that energy, expand it, drink it up, bathe in it. You right now are on that high flying disc energy. So you right now are in that real powerful manifesting flow. So definitely just milk it, expand on it, play with it, and just revel in it, basically. Keep doing that, my darling. If my ego jumps in, I always say E, enjoying, G, gorgeous, O, opportunities. Oh, that's fun. And yeah, you can also just say thanks ego. I mean, Kate and I talked about this in the Limitless in Business biz camp that we did a couple of weeks ago. Thank you, ego, but that I'm not actually going to listen to that. I'm going to do what my inner being wants me to do. So always move from what you feel here rather than what you think up there. Okay, thanks, darling, makes so much sense. Yes, it is a daughter. Oh, Anastasia, gorgeous girly. I find meditation and visualization works for me best. Dream day journal only when I am inspired and want to visualize large. Meditation is a must every single day. Gosh, yeah, meditation. So when I was on an Abraham Hicks cruise, they were talking about the power of meditation and how every single person on the planet can find 15 minutes a day to do it, regardless of what our egos say that we're too busy, we don't have time. Everybody can make 15 minutes each day to put aside and meditate. And they were talking about the best kind of meditations to do, and they were talking about mindfulness of breathing being one, which is the one I've done for years, and also mindfulness of sound. So if you go on my website, there's a link. We need to make it more clear on the website, but if you look under my digital courses, there's a link for extra resources. If you click on that link, you'll see the mindfulness of breathing meditation. I literally take you through it. And mindfulness of breathing or mindfulness of sound are incredible, because what they do is they stop your mind thinking, that they slow down the thoughts. And when they're slowing down the thoughts, your headspace becomes clearer. So what that means is there's like no resistance, or you massively lower the resistance. So if you think about it, if you're feeling stressed and contracted around something, but then you meditate and you stop the thinking, you stop those negative thoughts, so you drop the resistance. When you drop that resistance, that's when you're open to receiving manifestations and universal guidance that are helping you en route to achieving your manifestations as well. Meditation is really, really important. And yeah, I think Anastasia as well, darling, you're also very you're quite arty and creative, obviously, so I can see for you that visualization would really work. And visualization is brilliant if it makes your heart sing. Okay, if you're doing visualization and it's making you contract, then don't do it, because you're trying to force something. When you try and force, you immediately put resistance on everything that's coming towards you. You slow the flow of it down, so you want to keep that energy quite loose. So if visualization makes your heart sing, absolutely go for it, but just tune into that energy. Okay. Hey Gabriella, darling. Oh, you're here. Glad you're here. I thought you had a question, but glad you're here, darling. Okay, where can we get details of Feb, Fire and Flow? So I will put the link above this. It's also on my website. If you go to www.masteringtheartofmanifesting.com, look under the Work With Me Directly tab, and it's the first one there. Also, I'm mentioning it a lot inside the Mastering the Art of Manifesting Facebook group, so there's sort of links in there as well. But I will, after this, put a link above this video and maybe reply to you directly, Fiona, so you can find it. Okay, but yeah, be amazing if you do it. Hello Jane, my darling, how are you? Hope you are well. Okay, Joanne, I was doing my dream day journal this morning for the first time in weeks. Ah, cool. Okay, and an idea jumped in my head. It was so strong that I couldn't focus on the journal. I cut it shorter than usual. Felt if I don't write the action down, I would let it slip. So yeah, so that often happens to me, because when you're dream day journaling, you're feeling good, and then you start receiving universal guidance. So I have done that before. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's genius. I had a real like inspired action this morning actually, and actually I stopped journaling. I was like, oh my god, that's amazing. Then I was messaging like some of my friends going, I've had this amazing inspired action. I'm so excited. And then I've stayed milking that energy all day today. So I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, because if you get a really big inspired action like you did and you can't think of anything else, it's exactly the experience I had this morning. Then go off and play with it, have fun and keep that vibration high. Other times I will get inspired action whilst I'm meditating, for example, as well. So there's two things you can do when that happens. You can either pause and go and write something down, or if you're meditating, either have like a little notebook next to you so you can scribble it down if it's really in your head, or just just know the universe will bring that idea back to you. If I get an idea when I'm meditating, I don't want to forget it, I'm like, okay, thank you universe, can you bring that back to me, or I know you'll bring that back to me later, so I won't forget, and it always brings it back to me. But it's so excited when you get that idea and you just play with it, and that is a real inspired action moment where it feels so delicious you just want to freaking play with it. Like, I love it. So that's incredible, darling. Well done. This is the best advice you gave me when I was super contracted. Do something off topic. Yeah, always, guys. Always, always, always. Gabby, darling. Okay, so my question. I'm writing a book, but I know I need to invest in order to take it from my Google Docs and into the hands of the women that need it. My book is The Single Mama's Guide to Pregnancy, and I am worried that I should be investing in my imminent baby rather than the book. There's guilt, I guess. So how do I move past the barrier? So what is it you need to invest in? Like, I didn't pay anything up front when I wrote my books at all. I think someone did the cover design for me that worked for me anyway, the amazing Hendra. I paid for the IBAN number, which was really cheap. And even the editing process was really cheap. I kept it really low cost because I'm all about simplification, law of attraction, love simplicity and ease. So be aware, are you trying to overcomplicate here? Firstly, just check in with that. You don't need to invest at all. It's really if you're talking about from a financial point of view, you really don't need to invest that much at all. It can be really quick and easy. And if you are publishing it on Amazon like I did, That's really easy. Just start there. The whole point I did that is that it's so easy. Because the ego kind of says, oh, but you could do it this way or this way or this way. It's like, it doesn't feel good to me. I'm going to do the way that feels good. So maybe simplify it from a time point of view. If you're thinking you need to invest time in the baby, then just trust it will write and flow as it's meant to. And when you write, when you're connected, and it's like this download, because I've had this with both of my books, especially the first one, I was trying to write it for months, and I had that slight pushing energy that I needed to write it. I knew it was part of my bigger vision. I'd had the inspired action, but I was still kind of pushing it, thinking I need to write it. As soon as I let go, I then suddenly just had the inspiration and wrote the whole book in like virtually one day. I literally worked for hours on a Sunday, and it just poured out of me. And it was the same with the money flow book. I remember there were 2 or 3 days on the Abraham Hicks cruise that I didn't even like do any of the trips they were doing off the ship. I literally just had this book pouring out of me. So also know as well that when the time's right, that book will pour out of your head through your fingers and onto the paper. So if it's a time thing, write it when you feel that unstoppable flow. You're like, I need to write, and then it will be so much faster anyway. So hopefully that helps, sweetie pie. You're welcome, Georgina, darling. Vivian, what do I do when clients flow to me and a bit of wow, it's actually happening, starts killing them off? So that is a really good question. So that is a really interesting question, actually. I think lose the notion, because I've had to coach people through this before, lose the notion that once you've got a client, you've got them for life, firstly. I think a sign of an incredible coach is someone that sort of coaches people, and then over time they move on to the next thing. I also think, I love the flow of clients. So I have trained myself, like I've done with money. I love the flow of money. Train yourself to just love letting clients go, and know that by doing that, you are automatically creating space for more clients to come in. And so there's that firstly, but the whole a bit of wow, it's actually happening. That's an interesting energy, because I remember the first 2 clients I signed up for this business, I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, I'm doing this. This works. Like the universe is flowing through me. It's working. And I just kept the very kind of playful energy with it and just kept moving. So I think the other thing I have for you, Vivian, is, are you following all the inspired action you're getting? Because when I got my first 2 clients, which were attracted to me, it was very much like literal law of attraction. Especially the second one, I was like, I didn't even know her. She contacted me through the website that I had literally just scrabbled together really quickly because it was all moving so fast. Then I got guidance to launch a group money manifesting program, and I just went with it regardless of what my ego was saying. So the other thing I would say to you is, if you're tapped into that universal energy and you're receiving guidance, are you moving with it? Because there are so many different ways clients' money can flow to you. So maybe there's some guidance you're not actually moving with, and if you did, that would result in clients coming to you in different ways as well. So play with that energy and sort of see how that feels. But rather than the wow, it's happening being scary, like revel in that energy and milk it and expand it. In fact, I had someone yesterday sign up their first client. I was so over the moon for them. I was like, you need to milk that, because I remember when that happened with me in my business, the first client, I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And again, for you, the limiting beliefs process, if you're if you're worried about losing them, do the limiting beliefs process. But remember, everything's a flow. We've got to get used to money flowing out to allow more to flow in. It's the same with clients. You've got to get used to clients kind of moving on from you to allow fresh new ones to come in. It's a beautiful, delicious cycle and flow. So I hope that helps, my darling. Hey, Amy, sweetie. What is Dream Day Journal? Also, do you host any meetup networking events in Southwest England? So Dream Day Journal, you can get the tutorial for it really cheap on my website under my digital courses section. But it's basically where you journal about your dream day. And only write about things that make your heart sing, and you go hugely limitless and expansive. We will be doing it every day in the February Fire and Flow Inner Circle that starts on Monday. If you want to get involved in that, that would be a really good focus for you. And also, it's also in every day of this book and my money flow book as well. So lots of places for you to kind of learn about it and experiment with it. I don't host any meetups in Southwest England. I did do an incredible event called Limitless in London, obviously in early December. So I will be doing more events, but at the minute there's nothing lined up at the moment. But I'm sure there's other people in this group who may want to get together with like-minded people. So if you are in my Mastering the Art of Manifesting Facebook group, you can always post something in there. I'll approve it in and see if there's people around you that want to kind of meet up with you and talk to you about all things law of attraction. And failing that, things like the Facebook group, obviously brilliant because you've got a real community around you there as well, my darling. Okay. Fiona, I think that message is so applicable for me too about turning clients away. It was so weird. I got that. I literally don't know why I was thinking about it. This is what I mean. I still get amazed by the universe. Like, clearly they were anticipating a question. Now I get an intuitive feeling when I do and don't want to work with them. It's got to feel right. Yeah, absolutely. You know, you kind of do the client a disservice if you are working with them and they're not the right match, like, because no one really gets the right energy out of it anyway. There's something very powerful about being very selective in a loving, passionate way about who you work with. It's not like they're not good enough for you. It's just like, are they the right energy match? And it may be they're not the right energy match at that moment in time, but they may be in the future. So there's something very powerful in that. And I'm sure a lot of coaches haven't really said, say no to clients to increase your client flow. But again, it's law of attraction, like have that loose energy. Thank you so much. Loving my personal message. You're welcome, my darling. Yes, I visualize and journal them being in children's hands, receiving messages of positivity from them, and I visualize them on the bookshelves. I love my journaling. It takes on a rampage of gratitude and loving appreciation. It's not a wish list, it's an actual statement of what I know to be. I do so much better in the vortex and energy than in reality. I don't do the doing so well. Brilliant. So that's perfect, Karen. The other thing I've just sort of remembered to say to you, I've been guided to say to you, is on an Abraham Hicks cruise, there was someone who had written a book and they were like, why is it not selling? And Abraham came through Esther and basically was saying that it's not just all done, like, because we all know if we work with law of attraction, especially you, Karen darling, it's never ever all done. We're always in the process of becoming and expanding and becoming more. And so they were saying, if you loved writing the first book, write the next book. Just keep writing. Don't put all energy focus on just one book thinking that's like your meal ticket to freedom. Like, if you love writing, keep following the other inspired actions you're getting. If you get inspired actions for other books, write more books. Like, don't kind of just wait for one thing type thing. So that would be the other thing. Just check in with that energy. Are you getting any more inspired actions? I've already got clarity for my third book and many more after that, actually. So keep moving with the energy of playing with writing if you love it, and know that all of that's going to amplify that manifestation up for you. I'm excited for Monday too, Karen darling. Yay. Okay, great advice. I'm in between two books. Thank you. You're welcome. There's a lot about books today. Gabby, what I think I'll be paying for the book is coaching through getting finished. You don't need coaching through finishing your book, darling. Proofread, edit and correction of the final draft manuscript. I know someone that can do that for you, really low cost. Inbox me, I will connect you, darling. Professional looking formatting. Again, I know someone that can do that really low cost for you. Professional looking branding, cover design. Again, know someone who can do that, all low cost. ISBN registration, I can help you with ISBN. You can demystify it really easy. It's really not that complex and it's actually really low cost. Publication of paperback edition of the book, that involves no money whatsoever if you're doing it through Amazon. You don't have to pay anything up front. Publication of an ebook edition, again, no money up front. PR support, you don't need PR if you're working with law of attraction and energy. And if you really are inspired to do PR rather than doing it because you're feeling like you should do it, you can always outreach to your local media directly, who would be really happy to, probably want to support you as well. But you don't need the PR if you're working with energy. If the PR is inspired, go with it, okay? And play with it. But you can still do all of that really low cost. What's happening, Gabby darling, is you're going into overwhelm and you're going into the how. one delicious step at a time. And remember, the universe is going to bring you one stepping stone at a time. So each time you get that little bit of inspiration or that nudge, move with it, and then know that the next bit will fall into place. So let go of the overwhelm. Inbox me, she says, when she's like signing off for the afternoon. If I don't get back to you this afternoon, I can help you with it on Monday, but it is so low maintenance, darling. Don't get overwhelmed. I've kind of done the whole process and I'm coaching several people through it. Another great resource you can find is Claire Griffiths. She has a Facebook group called Soda and Popcorn, or Popcorn and Soda. I can't remember which way round it is. She is a law of attraction writing coach, so she'd be incredible for you to check out as well. She's lovely and she helped me a lot with my first book. Okay, great insights into me and my resistance to expand and cycle of fear. Great insights into my resistance and awesome advisory flow. You're welcome, my darling. Okay, being selective, thank you. You're welcome. I need help with all these book questions too. We're all about books today. So yeah, hopefully I've just sort of answered some of those for you. Thank you, my love. You're welcome. Gabriella, replying to you, I was a nurse, not a writer, and I've published 10 of my 20 books already. Didn't have a clue. The universe is with you all the way. Absolutely, Gabby. I had no clue. My ego went mental when I wrote my first book and published it. Even the second one, it's like, who am I to write a book? You don't lose this notion, this outdated school of thought that you need to be an expert to do something. You just need to be passionate and have the right energy behind it, aligned energy behind it, and that's when it will move. So, my darlings, we are at 1 o'clock on the dot, and as per usual, the questions have wound down. I love the way law of attraction works. It's like 1 o'clock, I've answered everybody's questions. Perfect. So, I hope you've enjoyed the coffee chat today. I love doing them. I try and do them sort of every 2 or 3 weeks. I hope you have a gorgeous weekend. I hope you're enjoying the 1st of February. Remember, Feb Fire and Flow starts on Monday. You can sign up for it through my website. It's going to be awesome. And yeah, that's it basically, guys. I love you so much. Let's freaking do this. I can see you saying. You're welcome, my darling. I love you all so much. I cannot wait to see you all again on the next coffee chat, whenever that is. I don't plan in advance. I move with the flow of the universe, so I tend to promote it 1 or 2 days before I do the next one. But I will be back on live again soon, just generally chatting about tips and things around manifesting, because I just love doing it. Have an incredible weekend. I will see a lot of you in February Fire and Flow on Monday, I know, and I will speak to you all very soon, my darlings. Mwah. Bye.